Don't Take My Baby, you've just got yourself a BAFTA.
Oh my God.
Was this expected?
No, not at all.
And can I just say, I think possibly the happiest person in Royal Festival Hall is Ruth Madeley.
Yeah, I wasn't gracious in that at all.
Ruth's actually got loads of her family here.
They were all like waving.
Were they doing like a Pretty Woman? Yeah, that's my favourite chant
they'd already
ever.
been pre-warned to behave themselves, which they didn't listen to. Quite
On the red carpet, we chatted to you about
Yes.
what this means, and actually it's a real issue for many, many people around the country.
Absolutely.
And now we've gone one step further and we've got the award for it. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it means the world. Everybody worked so hard on the production in not easy circumstances, was it, at all? It was incredibly cold. And no, everything was, these guys just worked so hard. So to be able to bring the importance of the piece to BAFTA is incredible. And then, we've just won it. It's amazing.
Were you guys surprised by the reaction to this film and even the reaction to the statistics even? You know, I think people were really blown away.
The idea for the film actually came out of the statistics, which are around 11,000 new disabled parents each year are having to deal with whether they're allowed or not to keep their child, and we thought that would be an amazing subject to explore in drama, and contacted Jack, who this is a subject quite close to your heart, and we weren't expecting it to be so overwhelmingly wonderful, the reaction, but it was, and it came just at the point where BBC Three in all of this had just come, it'd been announced that BBC Three wasn't going to be a terrestrial channel anymore, so it was one of those last things that was commissioned at the point where we still knew, so it's quite special for us.
Do you know, it does feel as though kind of post-2012, we have the Paralympic Games, we have the last leg, and now this, it does feel like there's a trajectory given to disability and normalising it. My granddad lost his leg in the Second World War. I remember what his life was like. Now it just seems it's just such an open book now that we can address and get to the heart of.
I think that's true to some degree and not true in others. That I think that that the recent cuts have affected the disabled community very hard, and everyone sort of thinks that because the battle was won with Ian Duncan Smith saying what he did, and then the backtrack that the community's okay, and actually the cuts that had already been inflicted on the community before then were so severe that people are in real trouble. There are people that are killing themselves because they don't have the support that they need. And it is still very, very hard to get disabled stories on TV, and it is still very, very hard for disabled people to get representation in this country. I think there are positive steps being made, but there's an awful lot of negative ones still too. And there's a real problem.
Great point.
With this story, it was obviously a happy ending for you and your on-screen.
Yes. Yeah, very much so.
But was there, presumably there are thousands of couples around the country whose stories aren't ending in such a happy way.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we were surprised by the reaction to the film, and I think that one thing that was most gratifying is how many people's eyes were open to this situation. It's not an easy situation. There's no villains here. It's just it's about social services having to make a very difficult decision, and people responded to that in an extraordinary way. And they said all the things you want them to say on Twitter and so on, saying, "I had no idea it was like this for disabled couples." So we feel like we've done a good job in sort of drawing attention to this issue.
Did you toy with the idea of ending it in the opposite way?
Not really, because it was actually based on a real case, so this is how the real case turned out. So we didn't have to make that difficult decision.
But it was absolutely, what a beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks.
And can I just say, I didn't know the end story, so when I watched it, it was go on. Yes!
It was that, wasn't it? Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Congratulations, all of you.
Thank you
Thanks
so much.
very much.
Thank you.
It probably, this was probably the end of This Is England, and you kind of dream of how you're going to finish something, and this was probably the best. The dream that you had was to come to the BAFTAs, the last chance of ever winning anything for something that you love.